everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Kay and these are my hands, and today's video is another collection video. So today we're going to look at blushes, bronzers, highlighters and some other face palette type things, contour palettes and sort of mixed bronzer, highlighter, bronzer, blusher, highlighter, blusher type things. Before we start, I just want to put out a little disclaimer. I've got a lot of stuff here. I am aware of that. This is a lot more stuff than anybody needs or could ever possibly get through. I am aware of that. Makeup is my happy place. Makeup is something that brings me a fair amount of joy. So it is what it is. I know, you don't need to tell me, you don't need to judge me. I'm already judging myself enough as it is. Also, as we're going through these items, I may or may not decide to declutter a few. If that's the case, then just rest assured that they will be going to good homes or will be recycled to the best of my ability. So without further ado, let's crack on. So we're going to start with what I consider to be the most boring part of this video. Just a heads up, really selling it to you here, aren't I? But that is contour palettes. It's boring to me because I don't contour. So we've got a few here, and then we have this little thing here. So we'll start with this. So this is the Armour Beauty, what's it called? It's the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick. This is in the shade Fair Lady. This is actually a bit too dark for me. I thought it might be okay when I got it because the foundation that I use is in the Fair Lady shade, Fair Lady range, sorry. So I thought this might be okay, but that's really too dark for me. And the highlighter as well, that's a bit on the not really for my skin tone kind of side. So I don't know what to do about that because I do try and use it. And the sculpt side, I can make it work as a bronzer, but I also don't tend to use or gravitate towards cream bronzers all that much. So there's that. I'm tempted to try the next shade down, actually, the White Pearl, but again, I don't know whether I would actually use it, so I don't know whether it's worth it. But that's that one. So next we've got this one from Makeup Revolution. This is the Ultra Contour Kit, Lightning Contour in F02. Unused, never used it. Have I even opened it? Nope, I've not even opened it. I think that says everything I need to know. So we're gonna get rid of that. We've got the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. This I have opened. Again, I think I've probably mainly just swatched this to see what it looks like rather than actually using it. Maybe I've given it a bit of a try, I don't know, but I don't contour. I'll hang on to it for now because I suppose it's okay to try and practice. I don't think I've used this one either. This is from Barry M, the Flawless Chisel Cheeks Contour Cream Kit. Nope, still has its packaging on. Again, tells me everything I need to know. That can go in the declutter pile. This makes me sad. So I got this in an advent calendar in 2019. I think it may have been Glossy Box. I had Glossy Box and Look Fantastic, and it was in one of them. This is the Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte. And again, I think I've literally only swatched this. So it's a little bit sad, but I'm going to hang on to this one because one, I'm a bit of a packaging nut and this packaging is absolutely stunning. But two, I actually think I might be able to get some use out of this for just as a normal bronzer, not worrying about contour or anything. So, and these shades here I might be able to use as sort of basis for eyeshadow or something. So this I can see myself getting some use out of. The others, they're creams, I'm definitely not going to use those, but this one I might be able to get some use out of one way or another. Okay, next we've got some more from Makeup Revolution. So we've got the Ultra Contour palette. Have I used this? These are so old as well. These are about 2 or 3 years old now as well. I think I may have done something with this shade and this one, maybe highlighters, but I'm not going to use it. That can go. Ultra Cream Contour palette. I think we know where this is going. Yeah, I've not even touched that. That can go. And then we've got the Pro HD Powder Contour. Have I used this? I've at least opened it. Oh, I think I may have tried this at some point, or at least swatched it. Again, I might hang on to it. It might be good for bronzer. Obviously there's some shades in here that are just definitely not going to be good for me, but I'll hang on to it for now and see how we go. So that's 6 items and 3 decluttered. So that's not a bad start, to be honest. I might actually be making some room in my blusher, bronzer, highlighter drawer, which it is in desperate need of. Next we're going to go into, what should we do next? Let's do face palettes, like mixed face palettes. So here we've got, again, some more Makeup Revolution things. So this is a blush palette. I tend to use this more as a blusher highlighter palette, if I've used it at all. I've definitely used this one. So this blush shade I actually quite enjoyed. I then discovered Peach Blusher, and I haven't tried this one, so I might give this one a go just to see. Highlighters, I actually quite liked these as highlighters. They're subtle. They're not blinding by any stretch of the imagination, but this one in particular I really quite enjoyed using. So yeah, I'm going to hang on to this one just because I know it works for me. And then this one I don't think I've used. I think I've swatched it maybe, but I don't think I've used it a lot. Oh, this one I've actually got this shade in another Makeup Revolution palette, which is this one, and it's beautiful. It's sort of a shifting colour. It's like a pink to gold sort of shift. Can you see that? There we go. I don't know if you can see that in this ridiculous lighting, but I quite like this. It's so beautiful, and you can see how easily that went on. I really do love that. I don't know what to do about that, because I know I've got this, but this has got a bronzer in it, and I don't like the bronzer. The bronzer's just far too dark for me. Am I going to use that much product? No, I don't think I am. Okay, so this is the Chocolate Strawberry palette, and does it still smell? The strawberry smell's kind of gone from it now, but it did smell absolutely flipping amazing when I got it. But yeah, this was lovely. Like I said, I like this. I just don't really use it as a blusher, so I don't. Yeah, that can go. I'm going to keep hold of this for now, just because I really do like this. I think that's so interesting, and I've not really touched any of the others, and I kind of want to give this shade a try, and some of these sort of highlighters up here, and probably this shade as well. This one definitely will never get used. It's just not me, but I'm going to keep hold of that for now. Next we've got something that you've probably seen if you watch my Project Pan videos. This is the Natasha Denona Mini Blush and Glow. That's what this looks like. There you go, there it is. So that's that. Again, if you've watched Project Pan, you'll know my thoughts on this. The blusher doesn't really work for me. It's a bit too pinky. It's got more of a coral shade to it, but it's still a bit too pinky for me. Highlighter I actually quite enjoy keeping that. That is currently in my Project Pan, and I do have somewhere in here, let me find it. Where is it? There it is. I do actually have a brand new one in its box that I got in one of my advent calendars. I think it was the, oops, think it was the Look Fantastic advent calendar this year. So it was really nice to get that. Again, the blush is not my favourite, but I am really liking the highlighter, so I'm going to keep this one as well, just so that I've got a backup of the highlighter from this one. So that's those. More Makeup Revolution. This is another chocolate palette. Oh, well, it's I Heart Revolution, sorry. This is the praline, and that is what this one looks like. Again, very pretty, very shimmery. I'm never going to use this as a blusher. I think I quite liked the highlighter on this. It's not my favourite, but it is pretty, like, wow. Very shiny. Not necessarily good for my skin tone, but I think I might hang on to this for now, just because I don't mind this shade either. If it will focus on it, it's quite a pale pink, and I might be able to use that as a bit of a blush topper highlighter kind of thing. Again, it's quite, whoops, find a space, it's a little bit shiny, but it's not quite as in your face as that is. I might be able to find a use for it, so I'm going to hang on to that for now and give it a bit more of a try. Next, we've got two from MAC. So these were the Holiday 2019 palettes. We've got the Star Dipped Face Compact in Medium Deep, and then the Star Dipped Face Compact in Light. Now, which one did I want first? This one. So I really wanted this one, and I literally only wanted it for one shade. I wanted it for this one. So as you saw, it said medium deep. The rest of the shades, just I just can't. I'm far too pale for them. But I really wanted this shade. This one is Snow Flushed, and I tried to get hold of the Snow Flushed shade that they'd done for the holiday collection in 2018, and by the time I even knew it existed and realised I wanted it, it was already sold out, so I didn't get my hands on it. So when these came out in 2019, I saw that that shade was in here, and I went, I'm getting that palette. While I was getting that palette, I saw this one and thought I might actually be able to use more of this one. This one is very bright pink. I can't say as I've used that much of it. You can see I haven't really used that much of this one either. But this is a little bit, it doesn't even look like I've used it. I've probably only used them like twice. I think I've used this one, and maybe this one I've used once. So I really shouldn't have bought these, in all honesty, because I've barely touched them. I've used this one a little. I've actually used the one I wanted a fair bit. And I think I've tried this one by the looks of it. It looks like I've done a little bit more than swatch it. So, but I shouldn't have bought them. I've barely touched them. And I should not have just bought them for one shade. It was stupid. But I'm going to keep them because they weren't cheap. And they are pretty. They are nice. And I just need to find some time to put some more, to sort of send some more love their way. So I'm going to hang on to those. Next, we've got this Montauk Escape from Laura Geller. I bought this as an add-on from FabFitFun. I think I bought it for someone. Forgot who I bought it for, so I kept it. It's also got some eyeshadows in there as well. You can see I've not used it. I don't think I'm going to use it, so I'm going to declutter that one. It just doesn't appeal to me that much, to be honest. Next, we've got some from Sleek Makeup. So this is the Face Form Contouring and Blush Palette, and that is what that looks like. I've swatched this. I'm actually going to hang on to it. I think this might work for me, and this, if I remember right, if I get a clean finger, this one is very reminiscent of the NARS Orgasm blush. It's that sort of pinky gold, it's like pinky gold corally sort of shift. So It's really, I definitely want to keep hold of that and give that a try to see how that works. The bronzer, I don't think I've even tried that as a bronzer, so I might give that a go, but I'm not sure that that's going to work for me, but we'll keep that. And then we've got this, which is the highlighting palette in Copper Plate. This I'm keeping. I haven't really tried it yet, and although I feel like it's going to be too deep for me, I absolutely love the shades that are in here. They just, my heart sings when I see them. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but there's just some things I look at and think, gosh, that's pretty. And this is one of them, so I am going to hang on to that. This shade here, I don't know if you can see that at all, but that is a bit of a duochrome shift, and I think that's going to be lovely as a highlighter for me. I just haven't got around to playing with it too much. And then we've got this one, which is, what is it called? Solstice. This is a Solstice palette. That's got a cream there. Is that a cream as well? No, I think this one's a powder. Top one there is a cream, and then you've got two baked highlighters here. They're actually quite pretty. I've given these two a little bit of a try, and I don't remember hating them. And they look like they're something that I could definitely play with, so I am going to keep hold of those as well. Next, we've got the Natasha Denona Bronze and Glow. This again is a mini. I bought this the same time as I bought the original, my original Blush and Glow. Being minis, they're just that little bit cheaper to try. Highlighter, I'm not a fan of. Bronzer, I haven't really tried too much. I need to give it more of a go. I'm going to hang on to that. This is from the Beauty Crop. We had this in a glossy box, I think. I think it was a special edition. It's a pain in the neck to open. I really don't like the way that opens. The description for this said it was a blusher and that it was a matte shimmer shade. Now, for me, that looks more like a bronzer and a blusher. And neither one of them screams matte to me. They both seem to have a bit of a sheen to them. I haven't really tried it yet to see how it works on my skin and with my skin tone, but I feel like it's too dark. I look at it and I just think, oh, I'm not sure. I don't really like it in the pan, to be honest. So I don't know what to do with this. I might give it one more try just to see how I feel about it on the skin, and then if I don't like it, I might get rid of it then. But I'll give it a go. Kosas, I got this from a FabFitFun. Again, I think this was an add-on. I sort of paid extra and had it sort of put in my box. This is a cream blusher highlighter. It's looking a bit messy. I'm really sorry about that dog, by the way. Yeah, so it is cream, and I think because it was reduced and it was Kosas, and I know Kosas isn't cheap, I thought I'd give it a try. And peach. It's called Velvet Melon, but that one shade is definitely sort of a peachy looking shade, and I've really been into peach blushes this year. So yeah, I'm going to keep this. Even though it's cream and I don't use it a lot, I'm going to give it more of a go. So that's staying. And then this is definitely staying because I've barely touched it and it cost me an arm and a leg. So this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Ghost. This was 2019 holiday as well. I bought a lot of 2019 holiday, you'll notice, and I've barely touched any of it. You'll also notice it's a thing. But yeah, this is so pretty. I think I sort of used it a bit when I first got it and then kind of just put it to one side. So I need to give that a go, but it's just so pretty. I love it. And then this is a bit of a weird one. I don't really know where to include it, so it's going in here. This is from Steve Laurent, and this is the Rose Gold Loose Powder. So to me, it looks like a really shimmery, shiny blush highlight kind of thing. It's really messy. I'm getting that everywhere. Awesome. But yeah, I've never used it, I'll be honest. Loose anything makes me nervous because I can get messy enough without help, and this is more than help. But there you go. I'm going to hang on to it just because I feel like I want to give it a go. I want to see if I can figure out how to use things like this. I do have something else as well, which you'll see in a bit, which is kind of similar. But, say, no, maybe, I'm not going to use it. Let's be honest, I'm not going to use it. That can go. Let's do it. Let's be brutal. That is those then. That basket is now empty, so I'm just going to pop these away. Okay, next we're going to go for bronzers because there aren't very many of them. We can get that out of the way quite quickly. So we've got this one on top here, is from a brand called Give Them La La Beauty. I'd never heard of them until I got this in a subscription box. And this is what it looks like. I'll be honest, I've never actually tried it, but I really don't like the way that this looks in the pan. It looks quite sheeny, and also very orange. And I've swatched it, but I don't remember what it looked like. Oh yeah, that just doesn't do it for me, I'll be totally honest. Oh no. Holy moly. Nope, don't like that. That can go. And then we've got this from Too Cool for School. This is the Art Class by Rodin palette. Bronzer even. Which says it's a shading thing. You'll see why. That is what that looks like. So you can see it's got 3 shades in there. I bought this when I did my Yes Style video. My Trying K Beauty video. If I remember right, I swirled my brush across all 3 shades and it came out kind of okay. I'm going to keep that just because I haven't used it for a while and I kind of want to remind myself. Fenty Beauty, we've got the Sunstalker bronzer in the Sun. I did have another one of these. I can't remember what it's called, but I gave it to my mum because it was a bit too dark for me and she prefers that kind of shade and I just didn't. But yeah, that's that one. I really like this bronzer. You can see I've worn away the FB engraving in there. Engraving, that's not the right word. We'll stick with it. But yeah, I like that bronzer. I just haven't used it for a while, but I'm going to keep it. Next we've got Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the airbrush bronzer. I bought that this year. I've used it, you just can't tell I have because it is massive. This is in the shade medium. I'd sort of seen a lot of people say that the medium shade was quite light, and they were right. So this works great for me. But yeah, it's massive. It's like, what is it? 16 grams of bronzer. That's crazy. And then we've got this one, which again, if you watch my project pan, you'll know that this is currently in there. And this is the Too Faced Natural Lust bronzer. It's a 2-toned thing, so it's got this shade and this shade swirling together. And hang on, sorry about that, my son kind of needed my attention for a second there. Where was I? Too Faced 2-toned. Oh yeah, so it's a satin bronzer. So I find that I quite like this for the winter, because my skin starts to look a bit dry in winter, and having that nice little glow. It's not too shiny or glittery or anything. It's just a nice little glow. I really enjoy this bronzer. So yeah, so this is in my project pan again for this year. Not again, just it's just in my project pan. And that's all of my bronzers. I did have a Hoola bronzer, but that again would have been in my project pan as well, but that broke, so I'm not going to include that here. I thought I'd got another one, but I don't. I think I gave it away. I think I got rid of it because I've got so much stuff. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try some new things rather than keeping hold of things that I already know I like, which may have been stupid, but either way I gave it away. So that's those. Okay, so next we're on to blushers, and we'll start with this one. This again is in my project pan for this year. This is the 3 Concept Eyes blush cushion. It's just a cushion blush, so you've got your top part here. Opens up, it's just a wet cushion. I really like it. It's in the shade Peach. This is kind of what started my love for peach blushers, if I'm totally honest. I got this from Yes Style for that K-Beauty video I was talking about. And I'd never used peach blusher until that point. I'd always just used sort of pinks and reds, because up until that point, as far as I knew, that's what blushers were. And I'd always really shied away from blusher because I didn't really like it. I've got rosy red cheeks. For me, putting the rosy back in kind of defeated the point. But I'm a bit more aware of how to use blusher now. Not massively, I still make mistakes, but you know. But peach blusher, I really like it. So this kind of started the love affair, and it's just kind of spiraled from there really. But yeah, that's in my project pan this year. I'm keeping that. This is another one from Makeup Revolution. This is the Sunlight Mood Lights. It says it's a gradient highlighter, but there's no way I'm using that as a highlighter. That is definitely more of a blusher to me. I don't think I've ever used it. In fact, it's not even open. My gosh. Right, okay, well I'm just going to get rid of that then, because I've got so much stuff. I do not need to be opening things that I've not already touched, that I've had for quite some time, so that can go. This is from Wonder Beauty. When did I get this? I feel like this was in a Tribe Beauty box maybe. It's a double date lip and cheek. So you've got a blusher here, which is it's a cream blusher by the way, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I haven't actually tried it yet. And then underneath we've got this, which I'm guessing is more like a lip balm, but I guess you could also probably use it as a sort of cheek glow if you don't want actual colour, you just want to look a bit dewy. I guess that could be nice for that as well. I'm intrigued by this. I think I was intrigued at the time, but I just haven't tried it. I really need to try this. Keep that. Oh, next we've got these beauties. Oh no! Oh my gosh, please don't tell me that broke. Oh, thank God. Oh, that would have been my favourite one as well. Oh gosh. Oh, I just had a mini heart attack. Anyway, so these are the Cover Effects monochromatic blush duos. I've got 3 of them. I started with this one because I couldn't get hold of these. So this is the Sweet Mulberry blusher, and you can see that's dark. But I really love it. I wanted this just because it looked like a really interesting colour. I have actually used it as a blusher and I do quite like it, but these are very, very pigmented. You have to go with a really light hand when you're using them. I prefer the matte shade to the shimmer shade, but I have used both. I don't know if you can see that at all, but I've definitely dipped into that. I just wish that they would sell these as sort of the singles, as the matte singles, but hey ho. Love it, keeping it. This was the one I really wanted, and I did eventually manage to get my hands on it. This is the Soft Peach one. 3 guesses for why I wanted this one. And again, absolutely stunning blusher. One of my favourites. I love it, definitely not going anywhere. Then we've got the Pink Dahlia, which is pink, but it's not like bright pink, it's not soft pink, it's not a bad pink. I don't know why I bought this. I think online it didn't look too bad, and when I got it I was like, oh okay, I can maybe try that. So I've used it a couple of times, it's not too bad, I don't mind it, like I said, so I'm going to keep that as well. And also they're like £30 a pop, they're not going anywhere. Okay, next we've got this from the brand, I don't know how to pronounce that one, whatever that is. This is the Hidden Tropics shade, and that is what that looks like. You can see I haven't used it. This brand for me just annoys me. I know I mentioned it in my yeah, eyeshadow collection video. It's the box that these things came in. I didn't enjoy the box, the customer service was terrible, and it's just given me bad associations with this brand. That and the fact that it's really expensive products for I'm not sure what, but it doesn't look like a bad colour. I might give that a go, although I haven't used it, so why would I? I'm gonna put that in the maybe pile, just because I don't reach for it, because I don't really like the brand, and I've got a lot of blushes. So next we've got the two Lo-Fi Duo blushes from Pallettes Makeup. These are actually discontinued. They made them and there was a few complaints about them. I'm not sure why they're discontinued. I'm not sure whether it was because of the complaints that they weren't deep enough for deeper skin tones, or whether it was because they just couldn't make them anymore. I heard both rumours. I'm not sure which one's true. But you've got this one, which is the Rose, Lo-Fi Rose, and then you've got, oops, Lo-Fi Peach. I'll give you one chance to guess which one my favourite is. Correct, it's the Peach. Now these have got the matte shades, and then they've got a sort of a duochrome shimmery topper, I suppose. I'm actually not a fan of the toppers. I'm not keen on those at all, but the blushes themselves, really nice. The rose one, because it's sort of a dusty mauvey sort of rose, it's really nice. And I have used these. You can sort of maybe see that I've used these, but I just don't enjoy them, and I think it's because I don't use things like this. If I'm going to use something shimmery, I'm going to be using a highlighter. You'll see in a moment I've got a ton of highlighters. I don't use things like this. I just wanted the blusher. But I am going to keep it. It is really nice, and I'm definitely keeping the peach one. It's a beautiful shade of peach on me. Okay, this, oh gosh, this I've had for a while. It's another Makeup Revolution thing, and it's technically a highlighter. It's the Vivid Baked highlighter, but you can see that on me this is definitely not going to be a highlighter. Open. But I love this colour. It's absolutely beautiful, and I think I have had intentions of using this as a blusher, and I can tell there's like specks around the edges, so I have actually used it at some point, but I don't remember what I thought about it. I've had it for such a long time though. Do you know what, I might give it one more go, and then if I don't like it or I don't think I'm going to use it, I think I might get rid of it then. But it's just, I just look at that and think that's pretty, so that can stay. Next is a blusher from Hourglass. I've just recently had this in one of my advent calendars. I can't remember, it was either Cult Beauty or Look Fantastic. I feel like it was probably in the Cult Beauty one. But this is the Ambient Lighting Blush in Luminous Flush, and looks like that. It's a little bit pinky, but having this sort of like swirl colour in here as well, it's not too much. I've tried it a couple of times since I've had it, just to see how I felt about it, and I don't mind it. It's not my favourite, but I'm going to keep it for now and just give it more of a try, and also it's really new, so I've got some time to play with it. This is that other thing I was talking about when I was talking about the Steve Laurent product. This is from Bella Pierre Cosmetics, and it's the Mineral Blush in Amaretto. It's a loose blush. I think it's still sealed. Yeah, still sealed. Haven't used it. So out of the two, I'm going to keep hold of this one because this looks more like something I could probably at least try and be happy to use if I can figure it out. But like I said, I'm messy enough without help. Next we've got a little mini NARS blusher, which is in the shade, guess what, Orgasm. Have I used this one? Yes, I have used this one. This is the one I originally had. I did have another one, but I gave that one away as well. As I said, with the Revolution things we saw earlier, I quite like it. I'd quite like to try some other NARS things, to be honest, but they're a bit pricey, and the things that I tend to really want don't tend to be available to me in this country, so there's that. That's a little bit of an issue, but yeah, I'm going to hang on to that. Fenty Beauty Cream Blush. This one is in the shade Petal Poppin', and looks like that. I don't mind this, but it's quite sheer. You do have to use a fair amount of it to build it up, and as you can see, the pans are quite small. They've got 3 grams in them, so yeah, it's not that I don't like it, it's just that it wasn't what I was hoping it was going to be. I don't really use cream products a lot anyway, but I'd heard some okay things about this and thought I'd give it a go, and I actually wish I'd have just bought a different shade. There was lots and lots of other shades in the range, and I don't know why I picked the pink one. There was like a yellow one and like a vibrant red, which I don't think would have suited me, but I think I would probably have had more fun trying that than buying basically a standard colour blush. So I'm going to keep it. I want to play around with it a little bit more and try and get used to using some cream products, but yeah, not my favourite. This is something new to my collection. This is the Natasha Denona Mini Bloom Highlighting Blush. Again, this came in an advent calendar. I know this one came in the Cult Beauty calendar. I was waiting for this to come out. It's like a coral sort of blush. Again, I don't think it's really going to be what I sort of reach for an awful lot, because it is that shiny sort of formula. But I was really keen to try this. I thought the colour looked really interesting. Angelica Nykvist, who I absolutely love on YouTube, she raved about this. She thought this was beautiful, and it did look beautiful on her, and I was tempted to buy it just to give it a go, especially with it being a mini. It's not going to completely break the bank, but I kept just thinking no, because I probably won't like it because of the type of product that it is, so I didn't buy it. So I was really excited when I found out that was going to be in the Cult Beauty calendar. So I'm happy I've got it. I just need to actually play with it now, so that can definitely stay. And something else that's new to me is this Down Boy shadow or blush from The Balm. I've had this in my last Tribe Beauty box. I haven't used it yet. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but it's definitely not a shade I would have picked for myself, but it is that sort of dusty rosy sort of shade, so I'll probably get away with that. I'll try it and see. I don't think I've ever tried a balm blush, so I'm keen to give that a go. Okay, this I've never used. I've had it a little while. It was something that came in a goodie bag or a freebie bag from somewhere. It's the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek, but I'm I'm more likely to try and use it as a cheek product than a lip product. When you see my lip collection, you'll probably understand why. But yeah, the design of it just speaks to me more as a cheek product than a lip product. But I haven't used it yet. Again, it's a cream product. It's not something that I would naturally go for, but I've got it. I'm going to try it at some point. I'll keep that for now. This palette, every time I come across it in my collection, I think, oh wow, that looks really nice. That looks really interesting. I really should give this a go. And then I put it down and I don't use it. So annoying. But this is the Barry M Blusher palette. Don't think it has any other kind of name. Nope. I really want to try this. I really should try this. I really want to give this shade a try. I really want to give it a try, but I just don't. I forget about it and then I find it and I'm already in the process of using something else or reaching for something else. So it's a bit annoying, but I just think it looks so pretty. And these as well, I'll definitely give these a try at some point. I say definitely. I haven't so far. I don't know why I'm saying definitely. I'm going to keep it. Maybe that needs to go in Project Pan at some point this year. Obviously not right now because I've only just started, but I think I might need to put that in at some point. And the last two that we've got are these beauties. Now, these are definitely staying in my collection. I bought these last year in 2020. These are the Chantecaille cheek shades. So we've got, what have we got? We've got Emotion, which is the B, which I don't think I've used yet. Nope. Still got the overspray on the B. Just so pretty. I was desperate to try these. But the shade that I knew I would probably use, and I have used, is the Smitten shade, which is the Elephant shade, which is a peach. And the overspray has gone. And yeah, I love this. Absolutely love this. This is a beautiful blusher. It's a beautiful shade of peach. It just sits really well on the skin. Works really well for me. I really enjoy using it. These are going nowhere. So that was the last of the blushers. Let me just put these away and then we can move on to highlighters. Oh, this, before we do that, what am I doing with this? I'm going to get rid of it. I don't need it. I've got lots and lots of blusher here. I really don't need something that I know I'm going to look at and not really want to use. So yeah, that can go as well. Highlighters. That's a problem area right there. When people say they have a problem area, this is what they mean. Let's get stuck in. Okay, so this is what I'm pulling out first. It's the 3 Concept Eyes highlighter. Again, I got this from Yes Style in the same order that I made for the K-Beauty video. This is in the shade Gold Pink, and I really like this, if I can get into it. So it's just a delicate shimmery sort of shade. It looks really pale in there, and it is, but it's got like a flip to it. Let's see if I can show you. You can't really see that very well. What if I put it on here? So it's just soft, really soft. So if you just want subtle, this is so nice to use. Oh, hello, that's my phone. Had a brush underneath, never used it, never going to use it. I'm keeping this for now. Yeah, I quite liked it. This, do you know what? I don't really know what this is or what I'm supposed to use it for, so I just put it in with highlighters. It's from Iconic Beauty, Los Angeles. It's a glow sticks. I think I had this in a Tribe Beauty box. It's literally just a clear, does it unscrew? Yeah. It's just a clear stick thing. I think that might be nice for summer. sort of for your collarbones or that, if you want a bit of a glow there. But as for an actual product, I'm really not sure what to do with it, so I haven't actually used it yet, and I've had it a while, so I'm gonna hang on to it just because I'm intrigued. And obviously summer just gone, nobody was going anywhere, nobody was trying to make themselves look super glowy, highlighty, you know, we weren't going out anywhere. But yeah, I'll keep that for now. Next we've got Kaleido Cosmetics, not to be confused with Kaleidos Makeup. This is in the shade Astrolight. I don't think I've used this. I think I may have swatched it when I first had it. I don't even know where it was from. Oh, 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 there we go. Okay, so it's a little doe foot thing. I've got so many products like this. It's pretty, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to use it. No, I've got so many highlighters. I've got so many products like this. It can go. Next, we've got Nude by Nature, and this is highlight stick in champagne. I was going to say I couldn't see a shade then, but there it is. This is what it looks like. It's not supposed to have that hole in the top. However, I sort of screwed it up, and it doesn't retract, so I had to sort of push it back down again. Yeah, that was fun. I haven't really tried this out. I don't even know where I got it from. I think it was a freebie, but I haven't tried it out. I kind of want to, so I'm going to hang on to that. Like I said, I have a lot of these types of things. So this is from the Beauty Crop. This is the Glow Milk, nourished with coconut oil. I don't think I've even opened this. I think I'm going to just get rid of this. So it's an illuminating milk for face and body. Does it have a shade? Blind Date. Yeah, I've not opened it. It's very so similar to this one, to the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid. I know I've got some more things in here, so that can go as well. Something else that I'm going to get rid of as well is the Revolution Makeup Liquid Highlighter. Wow, that light, you can't even see that, can you? This is Liquid Mermaid Scales. It's still got its packaging on. I've never opened it. I know I'm not going to use this. It's just not my kind of thing, so this can go as well. Another Nude by Nature product. This is the Sheer Light Illuminator. This I'm going to keep just because it's kind of, it's not really a highlighter. It's more of a product that you can add to something if you want to. I mean, you could potentially use it as a bit of a highlighter, I suppose, but it's not very highlighter-y. I know that's not a word, but it's just, that's something that I would definitely add to a moisturiser to give me a bit of a glow, maybe in summer, because it does have a little bit of a tint to it. But yeah, in fact it's probably supposed to be a tinted moisturiser, I'm not sure. No, it says highlighter, so I wouldn't use it as a highlighter. Like I said, I'll use it to mix into a moisturiser. I've got a few products that I like to do things like that with. So do I need it? Probably not, but I haven't tried it, and I'd like to give this a go, so I'm going to keep this one. 111 Skin Rose Gold Radiance Booster. I almost had this a few times through subscription boxes and missed out every single time for one reason or another, and I really wanted this. And this came in, again, I think it was one of the advent calendars for 2020. So I was so excited to get it, and I don't think I've even looked at it yet. So let's just, a little dropper, let's just pop a little bit on here, And ooh, that's definitely another add to your moisturiser kind of thing, but definitely don't use a lot because that goes a long way. I'm all shimmery shiny now. Yeah, I'm going to keep that just because I was so excited to get it and I haven't actually really used it yet, but that's definitely a product that I would add to a moisturiser to give me some glow. So I'm just going to clean my hand up a little bit. There we go. Just pop that back in there for now, and then I might remember to use it if it's in its box. Maybe not, who knows, we'll try it and see. Next, okay, this was another Tribe Beauty product. Hair attached to that. This is the Annette 69 collaboration with Beauty Creations. I had never heard of either of these people or brands. This is just a large highlighter. I'm gonna get rid of this. I did try it. I wasn't a massive fan, and I also really don't like the packaging. It's just it's too much. It's too big and bulky. I just don't want it, so I am going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this as well. It's supposed to be, it says highlighters for your face and eyes. It's the Dragon's Heart from, I think it's I Heart Makeup. It's I Heart Revolution. It's an old product that it was old to the brand when I got this, and it's old to me now, so I don't even know if you can get this anymore, but that is what it looks like. You can see I've given it a go. It's got so much glitter in there and it just doesn't work for me in any way, shape or form. Doesn't work as a bronzer, doesn't work as a blusher, doesn't work as a highlighter. It just didn't work, to be frank, so that can go. I just went a little bit crazy. I got a lot of the dragon stuff from Revolution because it all looked really interesting, and I just wanted to try it all, and some of it worked for me, some of it didn't, and this was one of the things that didn't, unfortunately, so this can go. Another thing from Makeup Revolution, this is the Platinum Ingot Highlighter. I think I've swatched it. I don't think I've ever used it. I don't foresee myself ever using it either, so that can go. A lot of the Revolution stuff I had in an advent calendar or like Christmas like collection boxes, so I ended up with an absolute ton of Revolution stuff just because I bought it because it was an easy way to get some makeup. I was sort of starting my collection again after not having used makeup for a few years, so that was that. Next we've got Iconic London. Don't ask me what's happening with this packaging here. It was dirty when I got it, but this is the Illuminator Original. It's another one of those illuminating type products. I'll just open it up. You can see it's still in a box, which means I probably haven't even opened it, but that is a tiny little bottle. I might hang on to this just because it's a bit different to the 111 Skin product that I just showed you, but it's not quite as big. Come on. But it's also not quite as big as the ones I've already gotten rid of, so we'll keep that. Laura Geller, this is the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Diamond Dust. I actually really like this. I've used it a fair bit. Not obviously, I've not hit pan or anything, not that much, but I did really enjoy this. It's just an interesting shift to it. It's that sort of pinky, it's got something else to it, but I can't describe it. It's just, I like it, it's nice, I'm keeping it. This is something else that I'm definitely going to keep. This is the By Terry Brightening CC Powder. Now, although it's technically it says it's a brightening powder, I actually get some use out of this as a highlighter. it's pink with a little bit of a shimmer to it, which you can't really see in the pan. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you very well, but it kind of looks like that. And when it goes on, it's just a nice soft subtle glow. But in all honesty, I don't use this as a highlighter, and I don't use it as a brightening powder. I use it as a bit of a buffing powder. So if I've gone a little bit overboard with blusher or bronzer, I just sort of tap my brush into this and then just sort of buff over what I've done. And it's glowy, so it just gives you a bit of a glow, but it also tones down the mess you may have made. It's not going to work miracles, obviously. If you've done way too much, it's not going to cure that. But it's been quite a handy little product for me to have. You can see I've used a little bit round here where I've worn away the design there. The only thing with this is, and with most By Terry things to be honest, the scent of rose is very strong. It's right there, and I've had this a little while now, and I've just opened that up. I don't even have to put it to my face. I can smell it from behind this camera. So yeah, definite rose scent going on there. Two more Revolution things here. So these are the Revolution Skin Kiss highlighters. I don't believe I've opened these. Nope, that's sealed. That's sealed. That's a hair. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I've never used them. They are massive as well, so the chances of me using them and getting through them, slim to none, and I've had them a while, so they can go as well. Next, I've got two of these Jekka Black glow drops. I've got one in Rose Pearl and one in Champagne. I've had both of them from subscription boxes. I think, I know I'm not going to keep both of them, but I'm going to keep the Rose Pearl one. Don't know if you can see. I know they're in little tubes as well, so you can't even see them, and I've not opened them yet. I've not broken the seal on them, so I'm not going to do that now because, as you can see, I have a fair amount of stuff already open. So I'm going to keep the Rose Pearl one, but I'm actually going to get rid of the Champagne one. I've had that one most recently as well, so that's probably going to go in a box for a giveaway, to be honest. More Revolution stuff. I told you I've got a lot. So this is the Ultra Strobe Balm palette. It's cream highlighter things. I've barely touched it. It's interesting shades. I don't know what to do with this. I might hang on to this just for a little while longer, just to give it a bit more of a go. Since I bought this, I've gotten a little bit more into highlighters and more into interesting coloured highlighters. So I might keep that and give it a go. And then the Strobe Lighting palette, oh, if I can get in, has just got these three shades in here. I quite like this one, but I'm not too fussed about these two. Again, I think I'm going to hang on to it just because I do use this one. Again, it's not blinding, it's just a subtle little highlight, but I do enjoy it, so I'm going to keep that. This is from Makeup Geek. This was in my first ever Try Beauty box, which was the one that was curated by Angelica Nukvist. Again, she's one of my favourite YouTubers. I've probably already mentioned that in this video, but we've been here a while, I've forgotten. This is in the shade Psychedelic, and it's a duochrome highlighter. Does not look like much in the pan. It really doesn't. You can't, I can see that there's a bit of a shift going on, but I know you guys can't really. Just dip my finger in, but it has a beautiful shift to it, and it looks lovely on the skin. So I could probably build that up as well, make it more something. This angle's not great either, is it? So it's just here. Can you see that? I think you can see that shift. It's just really pretty. I really like it. Again, something I've not given enough love to, so I'm going to hang on to that for now. Becca, this was the limited edition Own Your Light shade. I loved the packaging on this. So pretty. It's gorgeous packaging. And the shade itself, if I can get in, I'm opening it the wrong way, there you go, that helps, is beautiful, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. When I read what the description was for this, I could have sworn it said peach, and this is definitely pink and gold, so not exactly what I thought I was going to be getting, and I made the unfortunate mistake of ordering this at the same time as I ordered the next things that I'm going to show you, and I discovered one of my favourite things, so this has kind of been neglected, but it is still pretty, it's beautiful, and I can get use out of it, so I'm going to keep it, but I know this part isn't, you know, what's important, what's inside is, but that's just beautiful. I lied, I was going to show you my favourite things next, but this is sneaked, but this was lurking at the bottom, so I'll just go through this first. This is the Bella Pierre Cosmetics Heat Wave Highlighting Palette. I had this in a subscription box. I think it was a Look Fantastic box. I sort of swatched it a little bit, but I haven't really given it a fair shot, so I am going to keep this and just give it more of a try. And then the last things that are in here are the things that I was going to show you. So these are my Kaleidos Makeup highlighters. So these are a little bit different to anything else I've got. They've got sort of colourful shifts to them for the most part. The exceptions I think are going to be Ray Rider and Diamond Dasher. So Ray Rider looks like that, and is sort of more of your sort of typical coloured highlighter. Beautiful, I absolutely love this, this is gorgeous. And then we've got Diamond Dasher, which looks like that, and is a bit more of a pink shade. It's pretty, and I like it, but this definitely has more glitter in it. This one's a lot more smooth, and I don't enjoy the glitter so much. So out of the two, I definitely prefer the Ray Rider to the Diamond Dasher. And then we've got Moon Cruiser, which looks a bit of a mess. This has got a blue shift to it. Well, it's like a blue violet sort of shift, which again is so pretty, but again it's got that sort of chunky glitteriness about it, which I don't enjoy, but I absolutely love the way that looks. I love the way it looks, I just don't love the glitter in it. If it was that formula with that colour, it would be perfect in my opinion. And then we've got this one, which is Mars Melter, and this one is the reason why the Becca highlighter got neglected, because this one looks fairly sort of plain in the pan. It's got a white base to it, and then when you put it on, it's got sort of a pink sort of shift to it. It's pink, but it's not like a baby pink. Like, it looks more baby pink on that, in that camera, I can see that now, but in person it's got more of a red to it, which is supposed to have. It was supposed to be red, but they actually reformulated this, and I'm sad that they've reformulated it, to be honest, because this formula is like the Ray Rider formula. It's really smooth, doesn't look glittery at all. I really enjoy it, and I reformulated it for this one, which is more of that glittery formula, and you can see it's a different colour. It's completely different colour. I'm not sure why they reformulated it. I heard that it was because the original Mars Melter was too similar to another shade that they've got in the range called Comet Catcher, which has got a pink shift to it. And yeah, I can see why. I understand it, but I haven't tried the Comet Catcher one. I have tried Mars Melter and I love this shade. I think it is still currently available. It's listed as the original Mars Melter, so if you wanted to get it, I think you still can. I think I might get a backup of this. I really don't need backups of anything, but I really love this highlighter. I've used it quite a lot since I've got it. I love it. It's my actual favourite highlighter of 2020. I didn't do that video this year, but if I had have done a favourites of 2020 video, that highlighter would definitely have been my favourite highlighter. But this is the new reformulated Mars Melter, and next to that, let me just put that down, you can, there's more red to it, which is nice, but it's not the same formula. It's more of that glittery Moon Cruiser formula, and I don't like it. And also because it doesn't have that white base to it, that's more of a blush topper for my skin. I wouldn't be able to use that as a highlighter, sugar, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a bit sad because I much prefer the other one. But things change, you have to move with the times, and I've seen lots of people have actually really preferred this one to this one, but it's not for me. And then this one is the latest one to the range. This is the Space Age Prophecy. This is a multi-chrome, which the idea of multi-chromes isn't new, but for a highlighter this was like, okay, I'm listening. And let's just find a spare space. Don't know if you're going to be able to see the shifts of this, but it's like a orange, yellow, green sort of, I love it. It's not something that I'm going to be able to wear as a sort of normal everyday highlighter, but if I want a bit of fun, that is something that I'm definitely going to play with a bit more. I've used it a couple of times and I'll be honest, I'm still not sure if I like it or not, but when I put it on my hand like this, I absolutely love it. And I think it's just because it's too different to anything else I've got. I don't know if I like it for that reason, so I want to give it more of a try. She says it's too different, but I wear this and think it looks beautiful, so why can't I try this? Why can't I get on board with this? I don't know. I'll try it a bit more. I don't hate it, and it is definitely fun, and it's not as glittery as the Moon Cruiser, the new Mars Melter, or the Diamond Dasher, so it's closer to the formula, the one that I like. So yeah, so that is those. Next we've got the Milk Makeup Highlighter. Again, this is in my project pan. It's just a little 3-gram stick. I've been using it, I'm trying to use it up. I quite like it. It's quite subtle. It's definitely not what you go for a blinding glow, but it's just nice. I enjoy it when I use it. I just keep forgetting to use it, which is why it's in my project pan. So that's that one. And that was the last of my highlighters, which means it's also the end of this collection. I think I've done all right actually. I've managed to get rid of, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 highlighters, 2 blushes, 1 bronzer, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the other types of palettes and things. So that's not too bad. I actually thought I probably wouldn't get rid of much, and I got rid of, especially the highlighters, I got rid of more than I thought I would, which is good. It's good because that's where the problem was. So yeah, so now it's over to you guys. What do you think of my not so little collection? Let me know what your collection looks like. Let me know what you think of the products in my collection. Is there anything here that you've seen that you like or anything that you don't like. Let me know why. If you've got any questions about anything that I've got in my collection, just let me know. Just pop all of that in the comments section down below. I'm always interested to hear other people's thoughts and opinions, and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you might have. So if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It really helps me out and lets me know that you're enjoying my content. If you're not already subscribed to my channel but you think you'd like to catch up with me more often, then I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button too. It's totally free and would help you to find me more easily in future. And with all of that being said, I really hope everyone's doing well and is staying safe, and I will see you all again in another video very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.